Hi there, I'm Shanelle Kaul, and this is the Uplift. We have a great show for you and a great cast of characters, including these. A high school basketball team that thought it won a championship. So what happened when it found out the win wasn't valid? Steve Hartman will show us. A soccer star who found herself in a league of her own. Jan Crawford talks to the record-setting Trinity Rodman of the Washington Spirit. Plus, Michael Jordan now focusing on a new role. Gayle King was there and got an up-close and personal look. And David Begnaud introduces us to two first responders separated by thousands of miles, but connected to each other even before they met in person. All of that and more heartwarming news. You're watching The Uplift. Hey, welcome to The Uplift, the show that's here to lift you up for at least the next 30 minutes. We start with a high school basketball team that won the girls' division tournament on a buzzer beater, taking home the school's first championship. Or did it? Steve Hartman explains.
All right, girls, everybody in the middle.
At Academy High School in Oklahoma City, they are still talking about the game. That girls' division championship where their team hit a buzzer beater that both ended the contest and started it all.
The whole season was building up to that moment.
And it was like one of the best feelings.
And it was really exciting just to see our hard work finally pay off.
As we first reported last year, it was the Academy girls' first championship ever. Or so it seemed. Coach Brendan King.
As you're celebrating, there's a part of you that's wondering.
Right. As soon as I walked out of the locker room, my stomach kind of turned into knots, and I said, I'm going to need to know if we really won this game or not.
So, what he did that night, and again here at our request, was go home and watch the game tape. At one point, there had been some confusion about the scoreboard, so just to be sure, he recounted every basket and discovered his team actually lost.
It really tore me to pieces. It really did.
But technically, it didn't matter.
League rules say once a game is done, the score is the score. There's no changing it. But Coach King decided to tell his team anyway. And when they heard what had happened, the consensus was unanimous.
It would have felt wrong, I think, to have taken the trophy regardless.
Yeah. It was a really good teaching moment for us to just be like, this is not the whole point.
Which is why this Academy team made the unprecedented decision to appeal their own crowning victory, ask it be taken away and awarded to the competition. After we first told this story, the team was lauded on social media and just last night in this grand ballroom, where the girls and their coach received the Spirit of Oklahoma Award, presented annually by Oklahoma Christian University to people who embody true character. And in those smiles lies the proof that you don't always have to win to be a winner. Steve Hartman, on the road in Oklahoma City.
Coming up, we continue to celebrate women in sports. This time, it's soccer. And the hero of the story is U.S. soccer superstar Trinity Rodman. Stick around. The National Women's Soccer League season is now underway, with many upcoming matches here on CBS. Jan Crawford met one of the biggest stars who found herself in a league of her own.
I love Trinity Rodman because she's a really good player.
We drove 6 hours from Ohio to be here, and so we're very, very excited.
Excited is the word we heard most when the Washington Spirit faithful talk about star forward Trinity Rodman.
I'm so excited she's locked in. Yes, let's do this.
Yay! Locked in with a record-setting deal worth about $2.5 million a year, making Rodman the highest-paid player in league history.
When that deal was reached, what was that moment like for you?
I always say relief. I still feel like my story's unfinished here. Still like my home. So I think continuing to get better, mature, set records, connect with fans, and do all that, I was just really excited to be able to stay here.
Come on, come on. Good, good.
The deal came after a months-long negotiation and new rules giving teams flexibility to break the salary cap for high-impact players. It's a reaction to a growing number of stars who've left the U.S. for higher-paying leagues in Europe.
It's a horrible feeling to think that the only way to get paid what I'm worth, in a sense, is to leave where I'm from. So Americans raised here and living here, there are a lot of people that don't want to leave. They want to represent their country. So I think that's huge, and I hope that this continues to spark things moving forward.
Rodman has a history of firsts. She was the youngest player in the league 5 years ago and the first to be Rookie of the Year and win a championship the same season.
Trinity is a generational talent in every sense of the phrase.
Haley Carter is president of soccer operations for the Spirit and was key in keeping Rodman in D.C.
She sets the tone on the pitch. She's relatable. So many young athletes in our community, boys and girls, look up to her. She is an exceptional athlete.
With the pressure to be elite, Rodman says she's aware she sets an example, especially for young women and girls.
I just want to be seen as real and honest and open and human. And I think that's why a lot of fans connect with me. You see the intensity, you see when I can lock in, you see when I can get upset with refs, you can see when I can have that soft side with the kids.
I love it!
I think no matter how hard you try to be this perfect image, you're not. And I think when you show that you're not, it helps people really understand who you are.
Now 23, Rodman is excited for the future. She just bought a new house and is balancing her career with her relationship with tennis star Ben Shelton. But she's determined to stay grounded.
I'm in a point of embracing every single moment and staying present. And for now, I think I'm more relaxed and focused on positivity day to day because life happens so fast.
I'm Jan Crawford in Washington.
Now I want to introduce you to a woman whose name is Angel. She's become just that, a guardian angel to squirrels. Itai Hott explains.
They say that when squirrels fall from their nest, they need a miracle to survive. Lucky for them, that's when an angel appears. And that's not just a figure of speech, it's her God-given name. Angel Barba is a retired teaching assistant from Lafayette. And for the last 7 years, she's been answering a higher calling. A baby squirrel foster mom.
Do you ever feel like you're in a Disney movie?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes.
This season's cast includes 6 babies barely 3 weeks old. Feeding the brood takes an hour, up to 12 times a day.
Are they smart?
Oh, they're very smart. I've heard they're about the same intelligence as dogs.
This is what's known as peak baby squirrel season.
There we go.
A time when backyard pruning turns cozy nests into ground-level casualties.
Springtime comes around and everyone starts trimming their trees, the nests get cut down.
Peter Flowers runs the hospital at the Lindsay Wildlife Experience in Walnut Creek. He says they've seen 500 babies this season, and while they may seem ubiquitous, native species like the California ground squirrel have been declining for decades.
While the squirrel is not currently an endangered species, they could become one.
Back in Lafayette, Angel is finishing another feeding. 2 down, 4 to go. None of the little critters are given names. The goal is always to let them go. But every now and then, the wild reaches back.
They recognized me, and then it was almost like a little nod. You know,
a little thank you?
Yeah, a little thank you, and then they were off.
Because in a world this nutty, it's nice to know some people are still willing to shell out a little kindness.
Coming up, many people call him basketball's greatest of all time. But what does Michael Jordan really think about that title? The answer coming up.
I think I'm cursed. I'm cursed with this competitive gene that anything that I do is from a competitive lens, you know. And in some ways that keeps me young, it keeps me aggressively thinking positively. It helps me either understand everything that I'm involved, I'm connected with. You know, if it's getting dressed, I gotta get dressed before my wife gets dressed, or I gotta get dressed to make sure, you know, those types of things. I'm cursed. That's just the way I am. And I try to use it in the best positive way that I can.
So Yvette's getting dressed and you're like, I gotta get dressed before she does.
I know I gotta get in the shower and get in the bathroom before she comes in, so she doesn't slow down my time, that I can get to the golf course in time. I gotta drop the kids off, I got all the other things I got.
I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Michael Jordan is known to many as the GOAT of basketball, but now he's invested in a new sport, one he can't even try because he's too big. He spoke to our Gayle King about it.
I can't believe, Michael, that we're here and that we're here talking to you about NASCAR. NASCAR. So take us back why the sport means so much to you. Is it family memories? What is it?
I think it's more family memories. My father actually, you know, he was a diehard mechanic. He used to work on all the neighborhood cars. We would never send our car to the service. He would figure out a way to fix it. So I think it gravitated into his love for cars. And he likes driving fast. My mom likes driving fast. So we
Do you like driving fast, Michael?
No, I never drive fast.
I don't believe you.
Yeah,
But go
that's
ahead.
true. But, you know, it kind of led us down the alley of getting involved in car racing.
So did you go to NASCAR races
Yes,
as a kid?
we would leave early in the morning on Sunday morning, and then we'd spend the day and come back, you know, later after the race. And my brother and I started looking forward to going to those races, you know, and I just, it got into my blood, you know, just seeing how competitive NASCAR was.
So for Jordan,
You don't stay here for 3 hours. Wow.
this perspective is a dream come true.
Are they going to come right
They're
here?
gonna come through here so they can get their time down for the pits. So they go all the way around, they come in.
Do you ever wish you were out there doing that? Do you wish you were out? Oh, yeah.
I stay in my lane.
It's very scary. Very scary.
A lot of people look at NASCAR and you see them just making left turns the whole time. You know, it's a strategy. It's a lot of, they're athletes. They're great athletes. They have the quick, you know, reactions. They have to think real quick, going at 190 miles an hour. You know, there's strategy to you know, drafting and things like that that I think people are going to learn if you get involved in the sport. And to me, that was intriguing enough for me to kind of dive in and understand it from an athlete standpoint, you know.
But the people that know you say you should see Michael when he's in the pit. I think the word was giddy, that he's like a little kid. Do you feel like that about this sport?
I'm excited. I'm excited that I'm connected to this sport. You know, I feel like when I watch the sport, I watch it, you know, with the lens of my father, with my family, and that matters to me. I mean, that brings back a lot of things that we used to do, and the joy of seeing competition. Right? I'm a very competitive person.
Still?
100%.
Still?
100%.
Why? Because I thought you'd step back, you wanted a quieter life.
I think I'm cursed. I'm cursed with this competitive gene that anything that I do is from a competitive lens, you know. And in some ways that keeps me young, it keeps me aggressively thinking positively. It helps me either understand everything that I'm involved in, I'm connected with, you know. If it's getting dressed, I gotta get dressed before my wife gets dressed, or I gotta get dressed to make sure, you know, those types of things. I'm cursed. That's just the way I am. And I try to use it in the best positive way that I can.
So Yvette's getting dressed and you're like, I gotta get dressed before she does.
I know I gotta get in the shower and get in the bathroom before she comes in, so she doesn't slow down my time, that I can get to the golf course in time. I gotta drop the kids off, I got all the other things I got.
I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Where do you think that comes from? I think that's funny.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that my appetite to prove as a kid created this competitive thing within me that has transcended and taken over everything that I do. And I think it's a good trait to have, because some people don't have that trait.
Yeah.
And some people get to get right at the cusp of what success really means, and they can never get over that hump. And I think it helps you evaluate every stage of success. I mean, believe me, I've had my failures in terms of the stages.
Yeah.
But once I get over it, it's infectious. It's that feeling of, that you've accomplished something. I've gotten to that hill. Yeah. It's a long road getting up that hill. And I think that every time you see me giddy down in the pits, it's because of we're doing it. We absolutely are doing it. We're starting to make a difference in a sport that no one thought we can make a difference in.
And when it doesn't go, the race doesn't go the way you want, how do you handle that?
Oh, I take it as a lesson. We learn. Any successful person has had to deal with failure at some point in time. So we don't let it get us down. We figure out, okay, we got to get ready to the next. Let's learn. Let's get back to the next one. So I mean, that is a part of my DNA. I do not like losing, but I'm not afraid to lose. I learn from losing.
Is there a part of you, any part of you, you said when you left you wanted to retire, you wanted a quieter life. You had had enough, it seems, of the spotlight. True?
Right.
Do you have that with NASCAR? Is it a quieter life?
It's a quieter life where I'm not really this show, even though as of late, I've been in the forefront a lot more than I probably anticipated, but I think the sport needs it to some degree, and my team needs it, and I want them to see the passion that I have for winning and for the being a part of the team. When I say I wanted to retire and get to a quieter life, I wanted to get away from basketball in terms of what I represented in that arena and what how big I've gotten, and it was such a huge burden for me in that sport. Here, the burden's not quite the same. It's something that I think keeps me alive.
Vibrant.
Vibrant.
Fired up.
Yes.
When you say burden, what do you mean burden?
The burden of living a certain way, living up to trying to maintain whatever everybody's perspective is for you or was for you. That is a burden, and it's a lot of people that has to endure that. And it's a certain period of time that you can go through it, and then at some point in time you say, I'm tired of doing that.
And I have nothing left to prove. I have nothing left to prove.
Nothing at all.
Is there a teeny tiny part of you that misses basketball, that that wishes you could pick up a ball? And,
100%. It's not just a teeny; it's a huge piece. But I've compensated that feeling through NASCAR or through fishing. I like going fishing, but that urge to dream. That if I wish I can still pick up a basketball and
you would.
I would love to do that.
You
Believe
would?
me, my competitive juices is set. Yeah, I would definitely love to do that.
Coming up, David Bagno finds two first responders, one in New York and another in Nevada, who are now connected for life. How? You'll find out after this. David Bagno now has a story about two first responders who lived 3,000 miles apart, had never met, but became connected for life.
How are you? Just a few weeks ago in New York City, two first responders met for the first time.
How are you feeling? I feel great.
But they were already connected for life. Not by the job, but by this college student, saving this police officer's life without ever meeting him. Back in 2020, New York City Police Sergeant Christopher Romero realized something wasn't right.
I started experiencing symptoms after receiving blood work from a life insurance test that I'd taken, and then it was just like a steady downhill turn with my health.
His kidneys were failing, so he went on dialysis.
It's like when you get a crack in your windshield, it starts out very small, and then progressively it gets bigger, and then as it gets bigger, it goes very rapidly. So it got really bad last year.
What Sergeant Romero didn't know was that his second chance was already out there, nearly 3,000 miles away. He was an EMT and a junior at the University of Nevada, Reno. His name was Lucas Gorlick.
I had met someone with a kidney transplant, and that's when I went home. I started doing my research into organ donation as a whole, and from there I kind of asked myself if there was a first responder database, and that's when I came across Kidneys for Communities.
Kidneys for Communities is a national nonprofit that helps people donate an organ to a community they care about, at no cost to the donor. Around that same time, a fellow officer told Chris to set up a profile.
I read his bio and something about it it stuck out to me. And so I was like, you know what, I'll get tested. There's no way we're a match.
But they were, which meant more tests and more doctor's visits.
People told me I was crazy, and there were times throughout the process that I had second thoughts. I did a risk reward in my head, and I said, this is someone who needs it right now, who's not doing well, and I can help.
So Lucas stuck with it until December, when he gave up his Christmas break for a 6-hour surgery that gave Chris his life back.
He's literally an angel, and there should be a special place in heaven for him. Thanks to Lucas, I can live my life.
And this moment may be the best part of all. Most people never meet the person who saves their life. Chris did.
I also have this name.
I'm glad you do.
They even traded coins so they'd always carry a little piece of each other.
We're connected for life. This is like my brother from another mother, literally.
And the good may not stop there.
My mom's now considering donating.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's
and that's how good spreads.
Well, that's our show. I hope this news brightened your day and lifted you up.